When I first got my daily, as you can see, the seats were immediately brought to my attention. They're disgusting, they smell, and just in general it makes the car look really gross. So of course we're going to use the portable rug doctor to sort these out, and I'm praying that it does what it says on the tin. A portable rug doctor like this will do absolute wonders on the seats in your car, or even so your carpets in the house. Now, I wouldn't suggest any other tools aside to what comes in the box, but in this particular scenario I am going to be using a drill with a brush attachment on the end. Now this will help agitate the dirt in the seat and make it so much easier, but to make it fair to rug doctor guys, I will do one seat without the brush and one seat with, so you guys can see which one you prefer. Let's start off by letting this thing soak and show you how good it looks. Time to drill. Right, so the passenger side is now sufficiently soaked with the detergent, so let's get on to taking it off with the rug doctor. Guys, I'm excited, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see all of the grossness come out of that seat.
Ready for this? Yeah, bro.
Like an angry alligator that sits inside it and like sucks up all the bits.
Right. Okay, so that's the brush on and off. This is a cool bit of kit, mate. Yeah, the spray.
So one of my favourite things about using a rug doctor is seeing all of this at the end. Now this is only one half of the passenger seat, just one half of the passenger seat. Obviously we've not finished yet, but just to show these things really do suck dirt up that you didn't even know was there. Now imagine that was used in the carpet in the house if you have dogs, cats, or any other animal for that matter, but trust me, this is going to do bits to the interior of my Golf. As you've seen, the passenger side is now done. The sheer amount of grossness that came out of that seat is beyond disgusting. Now I'm hoping that we can do the same again with the driver's side. As you can see, it's pretty gross. Not only does it smell bad, it looks bad too. So hopefully the rug doctor does to this seat what it did to the other one. So let's get started. So I mentioned earlier on in the video that using a drill piece like this would make it a lot easier to agitate the dirt once you've applied the solution. Now I also said that I wouldn't use it on both seats, however I've changed my mind and I'm going to use this on half of the seat so you can see an accurate comparison. So let's start off by using this to agitate the grime that's in my driver's side seat in the Golf, and we'll be able to show you whether you need to be using something like this too alongside your rug doctor. Right guys, so having used the drill, you can clearly see that there's a difference versus the side that's not been agitated and the side that has. Now the question is, how much rubbish will that remove from my seat? Let's get started. satisfying as watching those seats being cleaned was, due to the brush attachment and all that power, it has put overspray dirt everywhere. Now I'll quickly show you how bad that looks, but of course next we're going to have to use the Yums interior and some of these brushes to try and get it cleaned off. Now I have gone into the back and done a little bit, which I'll show you in a second, but I've also got to get started on the door cards as well, because as you can see, they're cloth. So let me show you just how bad this is, and we'll get to it in a second. Right, look at the extent of this. It's absolutely everywhere. This is pure overspray as a result of cleaning these seats with the brush attachment. Now, like I said, it really is everywhere. So let's get started, coat it in this stuff and see what difference we can make. As you can see, don't be afraid to be liberal with the Yums interior stuff. But of course, let's grab one of these brushes and start activating it all and see if we can get it to lather. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, which is strange because it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. It smells nice though. Gross, already this thing's changing colour. But yeah, we've got a fair bit more to do. So now the whole car's dry and I've cleaned off all of the overspray. I've managed to go in, have a shave and change my t-shirt because it was covered in splatter marks. But I thought before we end today's video, guys, and I give you a summary on what I think of the Rug Doctor, we should probably look at doing the door cards. These are a little bit grubby, and obviously the carpets as well inside the car, but I'm going to do those off camera. I just thought that we'd give these a go and see if we can bring them back to life as well. So let's spray them down with the Rug Doctor. We'll wait a minute or two and then we'll see what we can do in terms of extracting grime out these doors. So let's get cracking. Right, so just like last time, to avoid the overspray, I'm going to spray it down with the Yums and give it a good clean. Just saves a little bit of time that way because this thing makes a right mess. Right, okay. That door is looking so much better. Yes. So just off camera there, I've been going over again the front passenger seat and the front driver's seat. Now, one thing that's come to my attention, which is really annoying, is I haven't got the right attachments in my toolbox to get the seats out and go around the side of the bolsters and at least underneath, which is a little bit frustrating because I would like to have done that on the video as it's rather satisfying. However, I've already gone over some of the back, but I just thought that I'd show you a little bit of that being done right now. So we're going to go over this middle piece here, up on the back and up on the passenger side rear seat. So we're going to get that done now, and then we're going to go inside and we're going to have a little chat as to what we think about the Rug Doctor. So yeah, let's get started on this and see what bits we can do. So finally, the Golf interior is now sorted thanks to the Rug Doctor. So let's take a look inside the car and I'll show you how much progress we've made. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but we can do plenty more in future videos. But let's go take a look. Right, now it's not perfect, but I'm honestly so chuffed. Ignore the horrible carpets and the dust on the floor. But this is the seat now. You can see that white streak. That's simply where it's dried and I need to go over it again, but that's not a big deal. And on the passenger side, it's definitely a big transformation. You can see that it was grey and disgusting before. Now, because I couldn't take the seats out, I do need to clean the bolsters, which I'm going to do again off camera. So in addition to this, the little streak and the sides of the seats, that's all I need to sort. Now in the back, you can see that it looks so much better. I know you didn't really see how bad it was in the back, but asides to a little bit on the bolsters, again, like I said, it could do with maybe one more go. I've spent the best part of 2 days doing this and it does look that much better. I am very much chuffed with this. Can't believe how much different it looks. Now, while it did take almost 2 days to get sorted, including the drying process, like I said in the previous clip, I would like to take the seats out and maybe go through them properly. Now, if anyone wants to let me know in the comments how you can go about taking the plastic trims off the seats, that would mean I could do a job that much better. Now, I'd like to sort out the carpet, so let me know if anyone has any carpets they would like to provide or like to hook me up with. That would be fantastic. And yeah, I think we are slowly making some progress on the daily. I'm going to try and make this thing really nice, seeing as I'm going to be spending so much time in it. So guys, I think it's about time we go inside and summarize today's video and have a little chat about the Rug Doctor in more detail. Right guys, so now we're inside, we can talk about the portable Rug Doctor in a little bit more detail. Now I can imagine if you're thinking about buying one for yourself, of course you want to know what I think is good versus the things that I think is bad. So let's get into it. Now, starting off the things that I like, you can tell that this thing is super lightweight. This is where the waste treatment tank goes. This is the detergent reservoir. This is super easy to use with the alligator function that I mentioned earlier on in the video. And the power cable is tidied really nicely on the back. Now, guys, aside to it being incredibly easy to use, like I just said, check this out because this is mind-blowing. Here is the waste tank. This is all the skin cells, the cigarette ash, dog hair, baby stuff, anything that you can imagine that has now come out of my upholstery. So if that is not satisfying, I don't know what is. That is completely disgusting and it stinks, and I've been super excited to tip it away, but of course I wanted to show you here on the video. Now, of course, like anything, there is going to be things that I didn't like, but don't worry, there's only one. Now, if I had to pick one thing that I really found annoying about the portable Rug Doctor, it's the fact that when you're trying to extract the detergent out of your seats or carpet, the button that actually sprays it, I find is really easy to press by mistake. Now, you might have seen earlier in the video that when I was trying to extract stuff out of the seat, I actually by mistake pressed the button, and of course it just goes out the sides. Now, it's really not a big deal, and of course it wouldn't hold me back from buying one myself. However, I thought it was responsible of me to let you guys know. Now, in regards to these style videos, guys, you know that I don't usually do product review videos like this, but I thought if you're into cars, or maybe in the future you've got to take your nan out for breakfast and she might just comment on your minging seats, this is the perfect item for you. Now, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. The support of recent has been amazing. Smash the thumbs up if you haven't already. Consider subscribing underneath the video because it's completely free of charge and it will just alert you when I upload new content. Now, of course, don't forget to give your opinion in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and any questions, I'll try my best to answer them, and we'll see you guys in the next video because I'm off to Ford Fair this weekend and I can't wait to show you all, so stay tuned. Peace.